It didn't help. 13 men. Game's in an interesting place, isn't it? So, yeah, I don't know if that's enjoyable for people, anyone, but yeah, everyone's talking about that at the moment, aren't they? Both sides of the Tasman, and yeah, it's interesting. I don't know what I'm supposed to say about it.
What concerns you the most? The kind of almost the zero tolerance, and they slow mama down and look for the or is it the interference of the TMO coming in and sort of almost forcing
probably number one thing, like a lot of people, fans, coaches, players everywhere, is just it's hurting the game. The game is getting hurt. So if that's the idea, if that's what rugby is, where you slow things down and the lifting tackle actually didn't drive him into ground. Daniela came up, his hands were, what I saw, were in front of him. He went in hard and low, missed the tackle. If you want to get extreme, if you want to penalise, but then yellow card as well. So a lot of things in rugby are interesting, even the knockdown rules, it's often a yellow card. And league, you just get on with it. Bad pass, packet scrum, get on with it. It's an interesting place that the game's in. That's where we want to go. For me, it's hard. As a physical player, as you know, mate, I enjoyed hitting rucks hard. Played in the league in the 90s. As a 12-year-old, I remember my coach pulling me aside at half-time. When you pick a guy up, drive him into the dirt. I'm not saying we do that. I'm just saying far out. For me, it's an interesting place. Referees are trying their best. Somewhere something's, obviously, it was a loss for us. So I don't want to be all sour grapes about it. I want to show respect to Jerome. Well done to the Blues. It's been a long, hard season for them, the coaching staff, players. And I want to show respect to Jerome, who is just a true soldier. It's a joy to play next to him. The biggest thing, the respect you can get from your team is that they want to play next year. And I'll tell you what, when he stood next to me, I felt good. So I was pleased for him tonight.
Came back into it well, Brad, at the end.
Well, yeah. It was. I played for the Crusaders for many years, and often we get Australian teams come over, and it's wet and windy and cold and whatever, and sometimes they'd struggle. And I didn't think we handled. It was emphasising field position because. I think we won about 8 scrum penalties. Our mauling, our line-outs reasonably. Our forward packs, there's a strength there, which we've worked hard on this year. When we got down into those areas where we're smart and played field position, we could use our strengths and we got pay. These, I guess, it's just a learning, I guess. Especially for our young drivers, you want to be playing that right end, and especially in these type of conditions, especially when you're not used to them. I guess when you grow up in this country, it's bread and butter for me. That's what I was used to. It's an experience.
A bit like the Blues, your team's in a kind of a bit of a learning phase, is it? Right.
Yeah, I was thinking about the two clubs. Very proud clubs, Auckland and Queensland in the 70s, 80s and 90s. You had the A team, and Queensland was strong as, and it's been 203 for the young team got a title there, and 211 the young team got a title, but it's been probably humbling years for the last 15, apart from those little blips, and so they are quite similar sort of situations. I can only speak for Queensland. I've got a 19-year-old at lock there tonight. I've got an 18-year-old on the wing. I've got a 20-year-old at 5'8", 21-year-old at halfback. I've got a 19-year-old loose head prop on the sideline. and good. It's going to bring them through. So there's talent there, and I'm bringing them through, and they needed to, it's been about half a decade. It's been 5 years of just battling. So there needed to be some change, and you're welcome to this experience. Welcome to a whole heap of experiences throughout the year, and tonight was tough to watch. Probably for a lot of people, but for the coaching staff, and hopefully there's some learning there. On the other side of that, really, that set piece stuff, pretty special. Like 8 penalties or something. Scrum time. My scrum coach Cameron Lillycrap, ex-Wallaby, has done an outstanding job this year. He'll be one of the dominant scrums in the comp. He's doing a special job there, and so
How happy are you with the way Tupou's playing, coming through?
He probably wasn't at his best tonight, but all those boys. Brandon, my hooker, you guys wouldn't have heard of him. We pulled him out of NRC. He was 4th string down in Melbourne. Wasn't even on a contract. He's played 3 tests for Australia and threw well, scrum well. Taniela's, these guys, like, he's 22, Taniela's 21 or just turned 22. Potentially, future-wise, if he stays humble and keeps working, and he could be up there as one of the best tight ends in the world. Lucan Tui, Isaac Rodder, they're 21, 22, or 21 years of age. They're playing tests. Caleb Tumu, who's a league convert. He saw his impact again tonight. So, I'm really ex-forward, ex-tight forward now. A soft spot for my pack. It's something, we talk about the 70s, 80s and 90s. Queensland, you talk about the Blues as well, but Queensland were renowned for their forward pack back then. And I wanted, for me, put a lot of effort. The boys have put a lot of hard work in, but I want to see that strength again. And there's something building away there. I think it'd be fair to say. You wouldn't have seen Australian teams, with that sort of those sort of assets in the forward packs, I imagine, for a while. So that's a good sign. But we're a whole group of young guys, and and school hard knocks, and learn another lesson. And
Brad, can you just talk about George Smith? Might be the last time we see him in New Zealand, probably will be. Throws out the average age of your young side a bit, but just in terms of his impact for Australian rugby.
Well, the cool thing for me is I don't give a stuff about age. I came in at 18 in Brisbane Rugby League, and 19 as a Bronco, and then as 41 as a NRC for country. So, as you've seen, I've got all these young guys out there, 18-year-olds, but I've also got a 38-year-old out there, and I love it. And so I don't care what your age is. If you're good enough, go to work. And boy, that guy can go to work, and he's been doing it for probably, I think, 18 years or something. And just massive respect for him. He's one of our better players again tonight. How does he do it? So okay, for me, I used to hit bodies mainly in that 7 position. They're the guys who get hit. And usually they're the smaller size, and they're very brave. And he's up there with Richie and these other great guys. You got Pocock at the moment, but so much respect, and it's a pleasure to have him here. He's one of those guys who just add, and they're light work, and they're just contributing, and nothing's a problem for George, and we're very thankful for his services, and as for me personally, so much respect.
You touched on him earlier, but does Jerome also leave New Zealand rugby as one of those kind of legends, as one of the, 2 World Cups, and a big part of both of those, wasn't he?
Yes, that 2011 World Cup, he was just massive, wasn't he? And I think I was talking to Pat the other day, but for me, my thing with him was in 2009, the second test against France in Wellington. I really felt like he made a stand, and and then he grew from that, and he's just a soldier. Like I said, the greatest compliment for me, like for guys to say they wanted to play with me or next to me, or it was such a compliment to me. That was the ultimate. The only other one is that your opponent, where the opponent says, I'm sure there's lots of opponents of Jerome who go, far out, how good is he? So, but it felt so good with Jerome at my side. You know, Shane Wiebke's, Petros, Richie McCaws, you know, guys like that. Jerome's one of those guys I like looking across, and he's there, and we're going to work, and he's a great guy. So yeah, it's just great seeing that appreciation from at the end from his team, the respect they showed. I'm going to hand him a bottle of wine after this, say a few words, whatever. But good on him, and wish him well.